work out things here. I'll just say something quickly. I mentioned earlier that empty barrels do make a lot of noise, and that's exactly what's happening in our community now, is that our empty barrels are making a whole lot of noise. And one of the, well, I think not even one, I think the important thing, which also ties into what Chief Tina said, is we need to start filling up those empty barrels, because when those empty barrels are full, then they wouldn't make noise any longer. So it's our duty now, each and every one of us, because whether we like it or not, what happens to one person happens to all of us, whether it's from our homes directly or tribe or whatsoever. If it happens to one of us, it happens to all of us. I don't know where my child is going to be in 5 years' time. I bet my parents had no clue that their child was going to end up somewhere called Ireland. I doubt when my mom had me, she even, not to say, she may not have known there was a country called Ireland, but she wouldn't have had any inkling that she would have any connections to Ireland. But as we all do as parents, we throw our arrows and they land wherever. And so we're throwing our arrows right now. Our children will land somewhere, and they just may be somehow caught up in these things. I've shared a story once of my son going into CT, unfortunately on the day when there was trouble in RDS. And he got the fright of his life because he saw the guards. I'm not going to look in this direction, you know. He saw the guards everywhere in CT, and he just texted the family chat quickly and said, look, I'm in CT. I've taken off, you know, they have this, he has this waves and all that, the do-rags and all. It says, my do-rag is well tucked in my bag. I'm heading, because he was coming from the barbers, you know, he went to get his hair cut, said, I'm heading back straight home. My backpack is with me, just to let you all know. But he got a fright because he's a young black man. The size of him now we're now in those days, and I'm sure like most of you were in those days when you're like, if you don't stop, you know, you're looking up because he's so tall. And, you know, just that way, he could have been unfortunate and be picked up. He would have fitted the good example. He's a tall black boy, you know, he's got the muscles and whatever. And then I'd have to appear and start explaining that, well, you know, but we may have gotten out of it, but the fact is he could have just found himself in the wrong place at the wrong time. And never mind the work that I have done, would have had to start explaining why, because there's a group of empty barrels that are making terrible noise in our community. And whilst okay, looks like we're going to have to do something, but I'll introduce someone who can help us with, with someone who can help us with this. We're in Lucan, in this Lucan area. It's another police officer here. She's sitting right beside Sergeant Dermot. Noreen Barrett. She's the Lucan Community Policing Officer. I'd just like us to put our hands together and just appreciate her for being here. Thank you for being here with us this evening.